Alrighty guys, we're back for some Mono Blue, and this is a Brothers War Standard Brew. We're gonna go over the deck, then hop right into some ranked, but first things first, for anyone who may not know, I'm Red Cat and I play aggro decks and any decks with red in them as well, so I hope that sounds fun to you. Also, we do got that Discord link down in the description if you're interested in joining that up. Okay, what the heck are we doing playing Mono Blue, guys? Well, I think this one can actually be pretty aggressive overall. We have a small little artifact theme in here, which is cool. The main card, I would say, is probably Skystrike Officer. So we got 4 of them in here. A 3 mana, 2/3 with flying, and then whenever it attacks, you create a 1/1 colorless soldier artifact creature token, and then you can tap 3 untapped soldiers you control to draw a card. This card is just terrific, and we've already proved in the past that you can play this outside of soldier builds, and it still is just pretty good and can run away with games. What else do we got here, guys? Well, we got 3 Fading Hopes. No other great ways to remove, like, threats, so Fading Hope is going to be very important. We have 4 Moonsnare Prototypes here. Card we don't get to see too often. It is a 1 mana artifact. You can tap it and tap an untapped artifact creature. Artifact or creature you control to add a colorless mana. Then it has a channel ability here for 4 and a blue. You can discard it. The owner of target non-land permanent puts it on the top or bottom of their library. So I don't know how often we're actually going to use the channel ability, but it might come in handy. We got 4 Network Disruptors here too. This is a 1 mana 1/1 artifact creature, and when it enters the battlefield, you get to tap target permanent. Cool. We have 4 Spectrum Sentinels, and this is a 1 mana 1/2. It's a soldier artifact creature, right? Whenever a non-basic land enters the battlefield under an opponent's control, you gain 1 life. Okay, overall, not too bad. It's not too bad, guys. It's really in here because it's an artifact soldier. But also, like, yeah, the protection for multicolored, that can actually be pretty good. There's a lot of multicolored creatures, especially in, like, Grixis builds and stuff like that, so you never know. Now we have 4 Suspicious Stowaways here, a 2 mana 1/1, and it can't be blocked. Whenever Suspicious Stowaway deals combat damage to a player, draw a card, then discard a card. But if it's nighttime, it's the Seafaring Werewolf, and it also can't be blocked. It's a 2/1, and then if it deals that damage, you just get to straight up draw a card. So this can seriously put in a ton of work. And a card that I considered for this spot was, of course, Surge Engine here. Because it's also an artifact, it works with the theme. I think Suspicious Stowaway is just going to be a little bit better, especially with one of our other 3 drops, which we'll go over in just a second. But yeah, definitely consider the Surge Engine. So, Disruption Protocol, a 2 mana instant speed, double blue up there, counter target spell. Nice. As an additional cost to cast this spell, tap an untapped artifact you control, or pay 1. So you can obviously tap down like a Moonsnare Prototype, Network Disruptor, Spectrum Sentinel. There's a lot of stuff you can tap to have this be a 2 mana counter target spell, which is sweet, which is why we're not rocking Make Disappear, right? Yep, there it is, Make Disappear. Now, it might still be worth just having the Make Disappear in here anyways, because there's going to be moments where you actually don't have that artifact for the protocol, but at that point, it's just a 3 mana counter spell. So yeah, we have a single Essence Capture in here, and we might want more of these. I can't think of any deck that doesn't run at least a few creatures that you really don't want on the board, right? So I think Essence Capture is always going to have a target pretty much, so we might want more of these. Okay, we have 4 Mindlink Mechs here, and we're really looking at this as a pretty aggressive vehicle. Just a 3 mana 4/3 with flying is pretty stacked for a crew of 1. Yeah, we're not trying to do anything too fancy with this ability here, where whenever it becomes crewed for the first time, until the end of turn, Mindlink Mech becomes a copy of target non-legendary creature that crewed it this turn, except it's a 4/3. It's a vehicle artifact in addition to its other types and has flying, so yeah, sure, you could do things like crew it up for Skystrike Officer just to get more damage because, you know, being a 4/3 instead of a 2/3 is pretty good, and you'll still get that artifact soldier as well because it becomes a copy of the officer. But doing things like copying the Stowaway could be really cool, as we'll be able to draw cards with it then. But also our top end here having 8 1-drops that can crew up the mech successfully is really neat too. It might be pretty cool to give this protection from multicolored when you crew it up with the Spectrum Sentinel, right? So yeah, pretty sweet card. And like I said, it's really just in here to be an aggressive 3-drop. Okay, in the 4 mana spot, we got a single Tezzeret, Betrayer of Flesh. We don't get to see this one too often, guys. A 4 mana, 4 loyalty planeswalker. The first activated ability of an artifact you activate each turn costs 2 less to activate. Okay. Then you get the +1 here, draw 2 cards, then discard 2 cards unless you discard an artifact card. Pretty good. -2, target artifact becomes an artifact creature. And not until end of turn, it just straight up becomes an artifact creature. If it isn't a vehicle, it has base power and toughness 4/4. So that's pretty solid. That's a really solid -2. Can help us close up games too. Has a -6 here too. I don't know how often we'll actually get to the -6, but you get an emblem with whenever an artifact you control becomes tapped, draw a card. Pretty good, pretty good. Now we have a couple Urza's Command in here too. 4 mana, instant speed. You get to choose 2 of these. Creatures you control. Creatures you don't control. That's important. Get -2/-0 until end of turn. Or create a tapped Power Stone token. Or create a tapped 0/0 colorless construct artifact creature token. With this creature gives +1/+1 for each artifact you control. That is sick because I believe you can use that, crew up the Mindlink Mech, and it becomes a copy of that construct that gets the +1/+1 for each other artifact, except it's also the 4/3 Mindlink Mech. I hope we get a chance to test that out today, but that sounds awesome. And then, of course, or scry 1, then draw a card. So Urza's Command is just a really powerful 4 mana instant speed card. Like, there is so much stacked into this card. I'm surprised we don't see it more often. Then we also have Hulking Metaphor in here. Metaphor. Metamorph. That's funny though. Yeah, so this is a 9 mana 7/7, but it has that prototype for 2 and double blue. It can be a 3/3. And then you can have Hulking Metaphor enter the battlefield as a copy of an artifact or creature you control, except it's an artifact creature in addition to its other types. And its power and toughness are equal to Hulking Metamorph's power and toughness. So this is actually just a really cool card. This is actually just a really good card, isn't it? Because you can have it enter as a copy as like the Skystrike Officer, except it's a 3/3 flying now instead. So that's a really good turn 3 and turn 4, huh? Again, you can have it enter as a copy of Suspicious Stowaway. Yeah, artifact or creature you control. So now you have a 3/3 metamorph that can't be blocked. That's really cool, man. You can have it, of course, enter as a copy of this construct. There's just like so many cool things you can do with the metamorph. It'll just be better to see it in action, huh? Okay. In the meta base, we have 23 total and a single Soaring City here. Nothing too fancy over here in the meta base. Yeah, in the in the mana base, guys, I apologize for words today. My goodness. We don't have any of the creature lands because we have so many early blue and double blue and stuff. I don't want anything holding up this mana at all. Bunch of honorable mentions, guys, but I'm not really going to go over them. These are just cards that I considered for the deck. Combat Courier, Shore Up, Slip Out the Back, Ledger Shredder, Machine Over Matter, Forging the Anchor, Thirst for Knowledge, and March of the Swirling Mist. I considered all of those for this build. You could definitely tell that a lot of those kind of lean into like a tempo style too. So I really wanted to focus on more aggressiveness for mono blue, I guess, right? So yeah, either way, it's going to be a complicated one for me to play. I know that for sure because it's a little bit outside my comfort zone, but I think it's going to be really cool too. Let's go ahead, take it into some ranked and see how we do. All right, we got right into that first match, guys. I'm a little nervous, but I'm fine. Like, maybe I should have practiced with the deck first. Okay, good hand. I like it. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Let's get that Sentinel down. Cool. First time playing with the Sentinel. Haunted Ridge. Already getting that life gain. Moonsnare Prototype into a Suspicious Stowaway is probably pretty good. Or we could keep the Fading Hope open. This doesn't have Vigilance or anything, so yeah, we're just going to do it like that. That's fine. Yeah, it is fine. Like, what's an extra damage instead of, like, just getting extra cards on the board? And it might even switch to nighttime, depending on what the opponent's playing. Feels weird playing blue, but at the same time, like, the style of deck that I put together here, it shouldn't feel too different than what I usually play. Having the counter spells definitely feels weird, but we'll see if they even do any work, you know? We don't have too many of them. I think 5 total counter spells in the deck. But keeping that open with, like, keeping, like, Fading Hopes open and stuff like that could be really good. Okay, more life gain. That's going to be a Jetmir's Garden. A cut down. You monster. Oh, Mindlink Mech. That's good. So we can go. So if we go Mindlink Mech. Wait. We should probably get Stowaway down and not worry about the mech. And actually get a swing this turn too, and then keep the Fading Hope open. How do you guys feel about that? Yeah, let's not worry about the mech this time. Although getting the mech down, well, yeah, there's a lot to be said for, like, either way. Like, if we would have got the mech down, we could have played Stowaway on our turn and then crewed up the mech and potentially swung. But it depends what kind of removal they're rocking too. Another cut down for the Stowaway. Alright, we'll protect it. Skystrike Officer, nice, we're keeping that. Unfortunately, cut downs hit the Skystrike Officer too, but now I'm very tempted by the mech. Like, very, very tempted. Because this is probably just more removal. Let's just get the mech down. I think that's fine. But that's probably what we should have done last time. We gained a life from every land they've played so far. Oh, man. Shieldred! Oh, no! That's pretty nasty. Okay, another island. Okay, okay. Right. I think it's gonna be everything. What are the odds that they wipe the board is the question. What are the odds that they wipe the board, huh? Tap down Sentinel, get the Stowaway down. Let's start with the swing, and then we can actually tap down the artifact. It's a good swing in the air. Or the 1/1 soldier, I mean. Unless we want to use that to chump the Shieldred. Alright, opponent, let's see that board wipe, huh? Getting everything on the board. Look at how cool this is. I don't care what the opponent does. This was really cool, man. This is kind of like exactly what I expected from the deck, too. They pass it right back to me. Alright, we lose another 2. The island is a terrible draw for us, unfortunately. We're going to crew up the Mindlink Mech here. It's got to be simple removal for it, huh? They do have double white, too. It could be a Wandering Emperor, which would definitely suck, but, like, we got to try the swing. They're gaining 2 from Shieldred with every single draw, too, so... Yeah, let's try the swing. That's pretty cool, man. Look at this, huh? Couple soldiers. Or 1 soldier, my bad, but then we'll have the 3 to tap for the draw. Wandering Emperor definitely going to hit that Seafaring Werewolf. This one. The flying one. Okay, they gain another 2, unfortunately. We do have the draw. And that's at instant speed, too, so we can do it on their turn. I should probably play the island, huh? We should probably just play it. Losing the Mindlink Mech definitely sucks, but I think we're fine. Wonder what... Well, if we would have drawn on our turn, maybe we would have found something to play on our turn too. So we probably should have done that. And if they start by playing like a card here, we'll look for a counterspell. We'll look for a counterspell here. Even though they could swing with Shieldred. No, another island. Oh, no, they take out the Seafaring Werewolf, so that way they can successfully keep the Wandering Emperor alive. Plug it into the Archangel to just have a bigger, chunkier lifelink creature in the air. They do end up swinging with Shieldred, and now we're in trouble, guys. Hey, we've been seeing this Archangel build a lot recently. Very scary stuff. Very, very scary stuff. That other officer down. I don't think we do anything. Oh, maybe we could have. No, I think it's the same concept. We want to keep like chump blockers on the ground. Like we could full swing at that Wandering Emperor. It's not worth it, is it? I don't know if that's worth it. I don't think anything's worth it here. I think we're just like dead. Yeah, so we might as well have fun with it, right? We might as well swing. Because I think we're just like, I think we're just dead. Let's take out the Wandering Emperor at least. So 2 hits still. And we still have 3 soldiers to tap on their turn to draw, but then again, Shieldred. They're back up to 21. Oh, 23. Yeah, we've been seeing this Mardu deck, man. Hey, I love that this Sentinel has just been gaining us so much life. Like I said, we're dead. Should we just draw? We'll go down to 11. They have 8 on the board. And then we take another 2. Yeah, you know what? If you have it, opponent. And I think we're dead regardless. Another island. Oh no. It's a good reason to be playing 23, man, instead of the 24, you know? Especially Moonsnare Prototype actually putting in a fair bit of work here. Okay, going down to 1 on our turn. Do you have it, opponent? Do you got the damage? Graveyard Trespasser, you do have the damage. Oh man. Again, I'm super satisfied with how the deck played out here. You can't ask for more, man. Oh. Oh. Well, almost, huh? Could have hit like the Archangel too. That's pretty good. Good game, opponent. Good game. Yeah, Moonsnare Prototype was pretty cool. We definitely drew too many islands, but at the same time, it didn't really matter. If we would have seen like more creatures and stuff, it really came down to, did they have the removal for that Mindlink Mech that was just putting in a serious amount of damage if it would have survived, right? All right, let's hop into the next one, guys. I just accidentally hit my keyboard, so hopefully I didn't press anything that changes my arena settings. I don't know what I hit. I just flailing my arms about over here, apparently. All right, found the next match. Good hand. All right, sweet. Yeah, like some of the counter spells would have been really good against that last deck for sure. Like, wow, yeah. So maybe more counters, like the Make Disappears is really something to think about. Opponent goes first here, which is a little bit scary. All right, we might as well get a Disruptor down just to have a 1/1 flyer. And the next turn, we'll probably keep the Disruption Protocol open. Oh, we probably won't be able to if they kill the Disruptor this turn. Okay, it's going to be a Bank Buster. Okay. Yeah, I think we keep Protocol open. How do you guys feel about that? We'll have 4 mana soon enough to have the Urza's Command. Gain 1 life. A budget mana base, but sometimes like certain decks can rock the budget mana base very successfully, right? And they actually really like just to have that extra life gain instead. Another Hulking Metamorph. Alright. Now we'll attempt to swing and then play the other Disruptor and then have the Protocol open with that Disruptor. Looks like they're going to draw with the Bankbuster. So they want to draw before we tap it, obviously, but they can do that successfully. Yeah, if they had a counterspell, they totally could, and then we won't have the Protocol open. We also could have just kept the 3 mana open here too, and that would have been fine, but I like getting the creature down and then having this available. We'll see if it ends up working out. Like, taking out a Sheoldred right now with the Protocol would be insane. That would be so good for us. That would be so, so good. Come on, opponent. You know you want to play Sheoldred. Yeah, let's go! Tap an untapped artifact. Disruption Protocol. Alright, that might just be Sheoldred number 1 though, so. Hulking Metamorph's fine and dandy, but Urza's Command, keeping this open is probably just going to be better. I think that'll be fine. Let's swing. End of the turn. And then we'll try copying this artifact construct with the Hulking Metamorph shapeshifter, right? Like that. Oh, that's going to be so cool. They go for a draw, looking for a 5th mana, I assume. Sulphurous Springs. This could be a Fable of the Mirror Breaker. A Kaito. Wow. Okay. Cool. Very cool. We don't get to see Kaito too often, and it's kind of surprising, dude. Like, Standard's crazy. Like, how many cards are we just like, huh, that's weird. How come we don't see that? Like, there's so much power. Let's scry and draw as well. Okay, that could be good. We're going to use all 4 mana on the Hulk. So let's just try to find something else, I guess. No, Protocol. Protocol's fine. Let's get that to hand. We'll eventually use it, probably. That's cool. Look at it. Nice. Okay. Stowaway's great, too. Let's get that island down, right? But also, like, this is interesting. You could go Metamorph, copy Disruptor, tap down, like their creature. So we want to do this before combat because it does affect combat, because it's another artifact. So it does buff this by 1. Pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. That's a 7/7. Down to 13. Opponent, don't wipe my board, please. This is so cool. See, we don't have the extra mana for the Disruption Protocol this turn either, so like, they can have a field day right now. A braid? No! We have another one, though. Unfortunately, we weren't able to swing with a really cool creature, though. Yeah, being able to get a couple of those down, or being able to play 2 different things. They get a draw off of the Gix, too. I wonder... Like, that'll bring them down to 12. They can power up Bankbuster to block 2 next turn if they wanted to trade the construct. They get a free draw off of Kaito. Oh no, yeah, this isn't looking great for us. It's looking really cool though, let's be real. Okay, we did find that 6th mana, so we have the Protocol open now after we play this out. And again, we could just like copy a Disruptor, tap down the Gix and get a full swing. But no, whenever we try to tap this down, they'll just power up Bankbuster. So it's probably worth just trying copying the construct again. And we have Suspicious Stowaway if we wanted to play it. But I don't think so. I think we keep the protocol open and the ability to tap down. Right, so let's hit Kaito, get that out of here. Maybe. And then swing at face. Because they're not low enough to say all swing at face. We're just not at that point yet. And if they trade with the Bank Buster, like, that's actually pretty good. Because now they won't get the treasure, the 1/1. They won't get the draw. Like, overall, that's a really good trade for us. And then the Kaito's out of here, too. This construct's going to be a 6/6 instead, and we have protection for it. So, yeah, I think we just keep Disruption Protocol. See what happens here, man. Like, this could go either way. I think it's leaning towards them since they have so many cards in hand, though. But, like, we could counter, like, an Infernal... Or not an Infernal Grasp. I don't know why that's the card I'm thinking of. An Invoke Despair, right? That would be a really good counter for us. Kaito with the Gix makes so much sense. Such a cool concept opponent. I really like the deck so far. And, like, I really appreciate that you're just not playing the same Grixis build that every other Grixis player is playing right now, right? Where they're rocking the vampires. Swing. Looks like they're going to draw first. Just look for more. Okay, down to 11. See what they found here. Enters the battlefield. If an opponent lost life this turn, each opponent discards a card. Yeah, that's worth the counter, I'd say. What do you guys feel about that? I'd say that's worth the counter for sure. Mindlink Mech is a terrific draw. We're going to play that before combat. It's more damage for our construct. Man, I wish that had haste. I wish that had haste so bad. Alright, let's get that swing. They do have this. That could be like a Fading Hope or something. Down to 2. I'm playing it. I'm playing it. Oh, what if it's a board wipe, though? Oh, no. Oh, now I'm scared. Now I'm sweating. I should have kept it. Here's why. Because if it was a board wipe, maybe it wouldn't have hit the Mindlink Mech. We could have played Suspicious Stowaway on our turn, crewed up the mech, and then swung in the air for victory. Potentially, right? Potentially, because this is the type of deck that runs a ton of, like, removal. But yeah, maybe I should have played around some form of board wipe. But if we look here, it's probably not the domain board wipe, right? Probably not. Even though that would hit the Disruptor, the Stowaway, and then the construct would be much weaker. What other board wipes would this deck run? Probably Burn Down the House, right? That would hit everything, for sure. Yeah, it depends. I probably should have kept Stowaway in hand, though. I'm a little nervous about it now. Blade Coil Serpent. Oh, man. Did they spend double red, double black, double blue? Nice. Wait, that was all their mana, though. What's their plan here? Because we're at 18, guys. Like, they need to play... We're just going to take it. This doesn't have double strike, right? No, it doesn't have double strike. Just going to take that damage, guys. Did we win? Did they just not have removal for anything? We got there. Let's go. Oh, man. Hey, props to the opponent again for having a bit of a different Grixis build. I very much appreciate the variety. Although right now in Standard, man, we're seeing like a bunch of different decks. But yeah, as far as Grixis goes, it's usually just like the same Grixis build. So, you know, they got the, what is it? The Corpse Appraiser as their 3-drop creature. Of course, they got like the Fable of the Mirror Breaker, the top end of Invoke Despair. I think the Blade Coil Serpent has been showing up in some of those Grixis builds, though. Sure, we got our little soldier theme going on in our hand. Yeah, good hand. I like it. I can't wait to put this video up, guys. I think everyone's going to enjoy this one. Because one, we don't play blue often, like at all. And then two, it's a really... I'm very happy with the deck right now. Like, it's definitely different. I hope it's different, at least, right? Guess I didn't really look into to see if anyone else made a blue deck like this. I'm sure at this point, like, we're far enough into the Brotherhood's War that somebody else probably did put together a little bit of a blue list like this, right? So Thalia's particularly bad, but you know what? Let's just drop everything on this board. All the soldiers, get ready for the officer's ability, and then just start drawing. Oh, a Skystrike Officer. Nice, nice. We got some Zorus soldiers versus mono blue soldiers. If we were actually mono blue soldiers, right? But yeah, we have a great double block into Thalia. This blocks the Skystrike Officer, but they're going to start getting stuff done a little bit sooner here. No attacks. Pass it back. Yeah, Thalia slows us down a good bit. We do have a lot of stuff in here that Thalia hits. Nice. Get that life gain going, huh? That's actually really good against an aggro build like this. Aggro. I don't know why that's hard for me to say. I literally say it all the time in every single video. Yeah, we should probably block. No, we'll not block. I don't know what this could be over here. Alright, we'll block. I think they did that just to get the soldier. If they have something for the officer... Oh, another officer. Ooh. Yeah. Alright, let's tap. Let's tap down our 3. Draw a card. Island. Yeah, double officers for the opponent. That is scary business. Stowaway, nice. Could slow them down. The Fading Hope's a pretty good tempo hit, but just getting Mindlink Mech down's probably pretty good too. If we swing, they get a great swing in the air next turn. I think it still might be worth it. Taking out one of their officers with the Fading Hope and getting Suspicious Stowaway down is pretty good too, though. Let's go for the tempo hit here. They might have something in hand, though. Well, their Thalia would slow them down. They're going to go for the draw. Yep, that makes sense. Yep, get rid of that island. Okay, we get them down to 18. Let's get that Suspicious Stowaway down. And honestly, yeah, the fact that they have double officers, it might just be enough to push this over for them. Yeah, life gain, let's go! The Sentinel! It's actually a really cool card, isn't it? It's putting in some work today. That's cool, man. That's very, very cool. Oh, no, the Mural. Ew. Ew. That's really bad. That's so many soldiers on their board, too. Okay, passes back to me. I didn't get a chance to... Did I? Tap 3 untapped soldiers you control. 1, 2, 3, 4. Did I miss something? Did I click through it? Oopsie daisies, guys. I apologize. I'm not really sure what happened there, honestly. We could keep the Skystrike Officer back to block again. Like, we could, like, triple block the mural or something ridiculous. That's probably not worth it, though. Let's get some extra soldiers here. Yeah, did I miss the draw? Or did I do the draw and I'm just, like, crazy and I'm not thinking that I did the draw? I'm not really sure. Ooh, Hulking Metamorph. Let's go, guys. That's so good. Okay. Let's copy the Skystrike Officer. Mindlink Mech would be really good too, though. But this is excellent. This is, like, really good. Because it blocks their Skystrike Officer. So, like, they need removal for the Metamorph, which I guess at that point could copy Suspicious Stowaway too, but I think Officer's better. Do we play the island? I guess we'll play the island. Because this deck does need a lot of mana sometimes, doesn't it? It wants to be able to do multiple things. Thalia's holding us back. Okay, well, they got their draw. I really hope... I don't know... Oh, the mural! Oh, the mural! Yeah, I bet some of you guys were screaming at the screen. I would have been. Yeah, your opponents can't cast spells or activate abilities of artifacts, creatures, or enchantments. So if I wanted to draw, we could have done that on our turn. That's what it was. Oh, wow! They double down on some officers here. Right, well, we take out the one in the air. Oh, they decide not to. They're going to get a bunch of 1/1s here. Going to take out Officer. 1, 2, 3. I guess all the Spectrum Sentinels are going to block the mural with one of the 1/1s on the ground. I don't want to lose the other Officer because now we got to compete. 1, 2, 3, and then 4. A quadruple block for the mural. Unfortunately, well, let's see what happens here. Well, they're tapped out too, so they're going to take out a 1/1. We'll still have 3 open, and we'll be able to draw with the Officer now that that's gone. Thank goodness, guys. I guess technically this could be anyone's game then. You, and you, that's fine. See what we draw. I think that having the 3 Skystrike Officers, also they're so wide, so if they buff this wide board state, Moonsnare Prototype's pretty good. Everything costing more from that Thalia is pretty gross, man. The channel ability doesn't cost more, though. If we swing with the Officers, we might be dead next turn if they, like, double buff this board or something. Also, this Skystrike Officer, they would have to double block in the air if they wanted... Well, they'd have to double block this one, too. It'd be better just to swing with this and see what they do. Keep one back as a blocker for next turn, potentially. Could try to draw off the Stowaway, too. We might as well do that. Let's see what happens here. Because they might double block, and we might be able to take out one of the Officers in the air, which, honestly, wouldn't be that bad. I also have the channel ability on the Prototype if we wanted to just... That's a pretty good tempo hit. It's actually pretty good, isn't it? Oh, they go for the triple block, though, in case we do... Yep, they thought of it. They thought it through. They knew we could have, like, a Fading Hope. Or something, right? So, at that point... We'll just let it be. We get to take one down. And we're going to ditch the Prototype and see if we can find something a little better off the Stowaway. Well, we'll see what we draw first, obviously. Yep, they get that draw. Like, Skystrike Officer is so ridiculous, guys. It's so powerful. Like, them seeing 3 of them, it's got to be the nail in the coffin, right? But, ooh, another land. Yeah, we'll ditch the land. Yep. Let's go ahead and get Mindlink Mech down. We could save this for the channel ability, but also just playing it would be fine too, I guess. Kind of, sort of. Because, like, if we see a Tezzeret, we could power this up as a 4/4. Could also just keep it to... Yeah, I guess we'll keep it back. Keep it back here. I probably could have played this one out a little better, but at the same time, like, look at how, like, consistent Azorus soldiers can be. Like, we know Brutal Cathar exists in their deck too. Like, they could just drop Brutal Cathar and then drop a veteran and then, you know, buff that whole board state and get this huge swing in. Like, Brutal Cathar, take out the Skystrike Officer, so that it'll be 4 in the air no matter what, and then 6 if they drop the buffed board state card too. So yeah, I don't think this one's ours. We would need something insane. There's Valiant Veteran number 1. It could just be a second Valiant Veteran too. It could be. This could have gone either way though, huh? The Thalia really slowed us down right from the jump here. They go for a draw. Yeah, look for the second buff right now. Why not? Or removal too. We are at 24 thanks to the Sentinel life gain. Didn't find removal, didn't find the second buff. What on earth is left in their hand? We're just gonna take the 6 here too. And they get a bunch of card draw. Like, this is just way too many soldiers to deal with. They don't have life gain though. They are at 14. I can't imagine a way through here, but there might be a way that I'm not thinking. Maybe if we would have been able to do more damage, like, sprinkled throughout the rest of the match, or the rest of the game, right? Get a draw. Almost forgot. What the crap? What the crap? What is happening? I can't select these guys. 1, 2, 3. There we go. What the heck was going on there? That was weird. Ooh, Disruption Protocol. That would have been really good earlier against their mural. Would have been really good. Oh no, another island. We save enough back. We get a couple more 1/1s on the ground to block more chump blockers. Suspicious Stowaway, though, could help us find more, too. Oh, no, it's only 1 extra 1/1. Never mind. Yeah, we might as well swing in. At any point throughout the rest of this game, like, the opponents can just have this. And they have so much on board, too. Like, they actually ended up tapping down a lot of creatures where a full swing was probably completely warranted last turn. Like, I didn't even count how many soldiers they have there, but I'm pretty sure they have enough to just full swing successfully. We'll try, though. We'll search for something here. Big damage in the air. And, of course, this can't be blocked right now anyways. This Moonsnare Prototype can bounce the Valiant Veteran, too, if we need it to. And we might be able to survive long enough. Another Suspicious Stowaway. That could be pretty good, actually. Ditch the island. No, I want to keep Prototype open, so the Suspicious Stowaway. Yeah, I want to keep the channel open. The 7th mana might be better. No, it's fine, it's fine. We just won't play Stowaway this turn. Because the channel ability cost 5, which is a lot. And we're probably going to need it to bounce the Veteran. We have a draw from the Officer. Yeah, I still don't think this is ours. Especially, look at their hand, guys. They have 7 cards in hand. What on earth, dude? 8 cards in hand. And they can do it again and again. They have 6 here. Okay, we should probably count, huh? They have 3, 5. They have 11 of these soldiers. Wow, they drop a Wandering Emperor. We can't even, like... If we do that, we're dead. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to block on the ground. They have 6 in the air here. Yeah, they just full swing. So we need to be able to bounce the Veteran. So this Wandering Emperor hits the board. Channel is costing a lot right now. As a matter of fact, yeah, we have to do that. We have to keep all of our blockers. They're back up to 10 too. So how could we have played this one out a little better? If the Thalia wasn't there, then the Disruption Protocol would have been 2, and if we would have ditched the Stowaway, played the 7th island, we would have had the Prototype open as well. But again, that Thalia just completely holding us back the entire game a little bit, huh? Yeah, draw 2 more cards, why not at this point? And the life gain from the Wandering Emperor, if we survive this turn by some miracle, then the life gain on the Emperor might have been enough to keep them in this. It might have been. They definitely want to... Okay. Let's see this swing.
I have got new moves to teach you.
Oh, veteran number 2. Yep. Yep. We're just going to bounce the 1. Well, now it's a full swing no matter what, but if we do this before combat, maybe they hold back. Also, maybe they just... Well, Channel's pretty hard to counter. I don't know what they would have in this particular build that would be able to take care of the Channel ability here. Possible, I suppose. I guess give this hexproof would work too. Some kind of protection for the veteran. Yeah, maybe now they don't full swing, even though it's definitely a full swing. Because it's 6 in the air. We have to be able to survive. Yeah, the second veteran, but I mean, the odds of them having the second veteran was very, very high. Like, very, very high. So this is 22 damage coming in here. Right? So that's 18 damage. And that's 14 damage. So we can take the 16. Keep the Sentinel. That's fine. Oh no, we're taking the Skystrike Officer damage too. What am I saying? Oh, and the Fortified Beach. Hey, a good game opponent. Yeah, no matter what, we were super, super dead. I kind of completely forgot about the Skystrike Officers there too. I was only counting the ones on the ground. Big damage from some Azura soldiers over there, but guys, I'm really satisfied with this deck. Look, it didn't get us that many victories, but how cool was it, man? This was a really cool one. I really enjoyed it, and it's like I said, I guess oh, what do we get? Hey, I gotta build a deck with this. Oh, man. Heck yeah. All right, anyways. Let's go over the deck one more time. Yeah, I don't know how I could not be satisfied with how this one played out. Very cool deck. There might actually be something here. Like, we could like change some of these cards around. First of all, drop a couple prototypes. It's cool. It's an artifact. It works well. Helps us ramp into like a metamorph and stuff. But you could totally just rock 2 of these and be very satisfied. What would you go up then? Another Fading Hope. Very important card. Having 4 of them is important. Not having 4 of them is a little embarrassing now that I'm looking at it, right? After looking at those games and stuff, it's just, it'll do a lot in like pretty much every matchup. Drop the 2 prototypes, go up a Fading Hope, and go up maybe another Essence Capture. It's kind of like I said, pretty much every deck has a creature that you don't want to hit the board. Like, pretty much everything. Every control, every mid-range, and definitely every aggro. The Essence Capture isn't going to hold you back. It's actually just going to put in a lot of work, a lot of great stuff to put that counter on too, like the Stowaway, for example. Disruptor has that evasion, so putting a counter on it's pretty good. Leaning this more into tempo by having some cards like some more protection cards and things like March of the Swirling Mist could also be really good too, but what would you drop for that? Maybe like the Tezzeret, but the Tezzeret's pretty cool, man, and we don't get to see it too often, and I don't know, like that -2 could really close up a game for you. The simple things like with the Urza's commands construct and like the Metamorph and the Mindlink Mech, like there's just so much cool stuff going on here. Now, having these early 1-drop creatures is very important for the Mindlink Mech, and it's very important to be able to get Mindlink Mech down on turn 3 so you can start being aggressive with it and hitting in the air like as soon as possible. And so yeah, just having those is really good with the Stowaway as well, of course, right? And then the Stowaway helping you filter through the deck. Worst comes to worst, if you did go up that Essence Capture too, and it's not hitting anything in the opponent's deck, then you can use that Stowaway's ability, ditch that Essence Capture, and see if you can find something better. Might be worth dropping down to 22 land too. I think more testing is required for sure though. Guys, I hope you had as much fun as I did today. This was an awesome one. Oh man. Okay. So, if you guys made it this far into the video, y'all are champions, and I super duper appreciate you, and I will see you in the next video.